What's up, everybody? It's Troy here. Welcome back to another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.09. And today we have a 2v2 on the map, Udun 2, which is one of the reskins by Val. So, let's see who we got today. We have our first player, Housewife, as Dwarves in the top left. And in the top right, we have the Gloopmaster as Isengard as his ally for this match. The opposing team, we have Ace, Apmn, as Men of the West in the bottom left. In the bottom right, we have his ally Etchelion as Goblins. So we have a Goblin and the Men of the West versus a Isengard and a Dwarf. Cool. Should be a good match, hopefully. Let's see. We have Hall of the Kingsmen. Wrong game. We have a Hall of Warriors going down for the Dwarf player Housewife. We have a full eco start going for Gloopmaster, it looks like. As far as I can tell, at least. Interesting. We have a spider pit going down for Etchelion, so he's going to probably go either spiderlings or spider riders. I don't know. Is spiderling start a thing in 1.09? I'm not sure. It's very strong in 2.02, I know that much. But 1.09, I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. If he does, that is, of course. He could go straight for Spider Riders, which is reasonable. And we have a standard Gondor Soldier start for Apmn. It's Apmn, right? Yeah. I'm going to start calling him APNM or something. You know, get one of those letters mixed up because reasons. I do like this reskin of Udun 2 the best, actually. I think this is the best one. It's the one's inspired by Shadow of Mordor. So it's all green before it's turned to crap. It's pretty cool. And it's just much nicer to look at than Udun. Udun is just a really ugly ass map, in my opinion. So I'm all for the nice reskin. Alright, Housewife has sent his builder down. Looks like he has taken a bit of a beating, but he did live. And these Gondor soldiers have been rally called, and they will be sent to the north to try and do some damage to his base. He does have two guardians in the mineshaft, so he could pull them out. And it looks like they have been pulled out just in time. Creebine also being thrown up by a Gloopmaster there to try and debuff these from keeping them from doing too much damage. He did go for a Spiderling start. Interesting. A Spiderling's going to catch that builder. Oh, very nice pickup from Etchelion. Ninja just went in there and killed him. Assassin! We have more Gondor soldiers there. I do have a new mouse as well, so it might be a little more clicky than usual, but at least I can do this now. Freely! I can rotate the camera. Sorry if it's making you sick, of course. I'm just really excited about being able to rotate the camera again, of course. Because my old middle mouse button didn't work so well. Just put it that way. Alright, we got War Riders out for Gloopmaster. Very nice. A good choice. Very good against, of course, the Gondor archers and Gondor soldiers that are being sent at them. So that is going to change things very nice for them. Although the Spiderlings is something he has to worry about. I'm not sure how good Spiderlings are against Cav in 1.09, but I'm assuming they're still useful. Like they are in 2.02 for countering them, because they can't be trampled. They can catch them. Let's see. I mean, they do an alright amount of damage, but they're definitely not going to be soloing any War Riders. But they can't get away either, so that's really the benefit of the old Spiderling, isn't it? And it looks like Housewife brought some Dwarves down into the south here to try and do some damage to Apmn's base. He's not making any troops currently, it looks like. Might be command point kept, might just not have the money, of course. But there's nothing in the queues. There's a forward mine here. It's a very nicely placed mine right in between the players. Although I'd imagine Etchelion might see that. And if he does, he'll probably want to get rid of that. Although he's going full on the Spiderlings right now. Although he does have Goblin Warriors on the field as well. I saw them at some point. So perhaps not. There they are. The remnants of the Goblin Warriors. Coming back home. Looks like the phalanxes of Housewife haven't made it to the Spider Pit though. And they will bring it down. That was a nice pickup there. Although Etchelion did manage to get some Spiderlings out right before that. I don't foresee those phalanxes getting away. They do have reinforcements. The charge ability was used there. Guardians gain 25% speed, 25% armor, and of course they do the meta impact damage when they charge you. So that's a very useful power to have. And I'm assuming it's level 2. Yes. It is indeed. We have an Aylmer in the field for Apmn. Good counter to the Warg Riders. He'll help deal with that a bit. Looks like a well has been thrown down in Apmn's base. He's also leveled up his barracks to level 3. Which is actually pretty good because he can of course start pumping out guys quicker, and it has an arrow tower and more health. And it's in the front of his base, so that's a pretty solid idea, I'd say. He could of course thrown down a second barracks, but he wouldn't get that increased defense from that, or the increased build speed. I guess in a way you kind of do get the increased build speed though, because you can build 2 at once. But at the same time, sometimes it's better not to do that, and do that instead. These dwarves are not going to get too far. These Gondor soldiers are in shield wall. It looks like he has actually researched the banner carriers. So, of course, once you research the banner carriers, you actually unlock the shield wall formation for your... I'm just called them Guardians. Gondor soldiers. And that, of course, can be game-changing, perhaps. Perhaps not, but it's useful. Did the Rikai have the same thing? Probably not. I think they just come with it straight up. The issue edition units look so nice. So nice! Always a treat. Alright, looks like Apmn is going through the center. It looks like Housewife holds the signal fire there. We have alerts on the field for Gloopmaster, who is got some more wargs on the way. He's also got some pikemen out in the field. But as you might expect, they're not wanting to engage in combat with all these goblin warriors with their poison blades going. So he's trying to retreat them back so he can get the warg riders to support his units there. There's a nice run through. Oh, it's so nice seeing warg riders being useful. That's something I definitely approve of. As we all know, or unless you don't know, of course, 2.02 warg riders are trash. These version 6 ones are. They will be getting better, thank God for that. They're pretty bad, so when you watch things in BFME2, you're like, oh, that's nice. It's nice. Alright, we have a Glowing out in the field. He's leveling up quite quickly. Also, Housewife has some dwarves there as well. But I don't think he's going to get too much done in that front. This fort didn't take any damage. His level 3 barracks took minimal damage. And now Glowing might die. Nope, he's going to get away. We have Axors and more Guardians brought out to defend their lord and savior, Glowing. Who may or may not be a lord and savior, but we can pretend. Now Gloopmaster's pushing in on Etchelion with a decent force there. Although there's not a whole lot in Etchelion's base to defend, although he is pumping him out now, so. And of course he has the Spire Hole expansions and the arrow towers on the forts to help defend his buildings. Looks like he's going to be throwing down a fissure as well. So I can see the outline of it. Before the builders even reached it, I know what he's doing. I have future sight. Or I just can tell something blatantly obvious. Boromir is on the field for Apmn. Lead the men of Gondor. So it should be a pretty good addition to any Men of the West army there. Especially once he gets his raging strap on. I still can't believe they put that in there. Stun enemies with this raging strap on. What the fuck? It's kind of weird when you try to make like a professional patch and then you put something like that in there. It's like, what? I mean, I appreciate the strap-on joke as much as anybody, though. So, fair enough. Been in the game for a while. 1.08 easily. And at the end of the day, does it really matter what the tooltip says? As long as you know what it does. Not really. Although I guess maybe it kind of does. For newer players, of course, so they actually know what it does. It still says exactly what it does. There's the Tom Bombadil summon. He's gonna get a nice Sonic song there. Very good. Also, Dwarves fell victim to this. Also, Tom Bombadil is giving leadership, of course. Oh no, he's not. I thought Tom Bombadil gave leadership. I'm now slightly confused because I was under the impression Tom Bombadil gave leadership. Is it only certain ones, Tom Bombadil? I have no idea. I've seen Tom Bombadil give leadership in 109. I'm not crazy, right? Maybe I am. I don't know. Anyway, a very large force of dwarves is in the base of Apmn. Will Housewife have enough to do the duty he needs to do? The damage. Do the duty. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Should probably take a duty in his base. Aw. So good. I love the armor addition to these Spider Riders. So cool. Now they're not just half naked goblins riding around on spiders. It's pretty neat. Alright, looks like they have defended. I'm assuming that Glowing died as well. No, he actually got away. How'd he get away? There must have been a forward mine there or something. Unless he had an undermine. Ew. That's interesting. We have a Gandalf on the field now. Nice. And he's a filthy beast. Well, Gandalf play could be fun. As usually is. So, we'll see how Gandalf fares. Alright, let's see how things are going over here. Etchelion sitting on, of course, a fissure. And in 1.09, the cave troll is unlocked at level 1, so you have to actually upgrade it to get half trolls, if you so desire. Lootmaster relying on a lot of Warg Riders there, which is definitely a good call. Because they just ruin goblins. And in numbers, he should easily be able to counter spiderlings without too much trouble. Do they even say they're good at cav? Nope, just straight up strong swordsmen. Although, like I said before, they are useful versus cav, but they won't counter them. I'm imagining that Warg Riders do far more damage than spiderlings do. As it should be. Am I? Say hello to his old friend. The Watcher has been summoned in by who I can only assume is the Lootmaster. Of course it is. Gandalf's already level 4. He was literally just brought out. He was up so fast. They grow up so fast. Another Dwarven army has been brought out. It looks like Gimli is on the field as well. He's already level 4, so he's been out for a little bit. Or he just leveled up instantaneously. Can't say for sure. But Gimli is quite strong. Not only for his Slayer ability, of course, but he actually does give a leadership buff. Double armor to anyone around him. Which is pretty big for the dwarfs, as you might expect. It's already fairly durable. Make him double durable is pretty pretty good. Looks like we do have the addition of Hatchroll Marauders for Etchelion. So he's now sitting on 2 caves, a spider pit, and a fissure. He's got some more air towers up in his base to defend. Which I think Apmn should probably do as well, or something. Maybe lava. Magma Cauldrons could be good, because the dwarves keep getting pretty close to his fort. Although I don't think it would kill buffed dwarves. Apmn might be in trouble, though, if his Gimli goes Slayer mode, and then just... Oh, there he goes. He's gone Slayer. He's pissed. Look at Gimli go. A wee lad, Gimli. You should really be targeting down Boromir, though. Nope. He's gonna knock him down. Knock him down and run away. Fair enough. He wants to keep him safe, which is definitely wise. Gimli's a expensive investment, so you definitely want to try and keep him alive if possible. Gandalf's now level 5, which is pretty nice. Gimli go. Oh no, Boromir almost dead. Too bad he used his axe throw already, because he could have finished him with it. Probably should have held off on that until he could have killed him with it. So luckily for him, he got his Boromir away just in the nick of time. He also has the Theoden out, but he's not really doing much. And the war between Gloopmaster and Etchelion rages on over on the eastern side. Levels alerts now, level 5. Of course, level 6 he gets his last ability, which is loots enemy kills for resources. Pretty big to have a scavenger as Isengard when you already have a really good economy. Isengard is the economy faction. They know what they're doing. You got so many powers that just allow you to have lots of money. You got the excavations on your fort, which decreases cost of buildings as well as all the powers that give you the bonus money. So there's a lot of things that actually do benefit. And of course you can get the forges on the fort as well to decrease the cost of your upgrades. Looks like, speaking of upgrades, Gloopmaster has gone for upgrades. So now his troops are taking on the bronzy, goldish armor look of BFME, which we all know and love. And that should, of course, make his units pretty durable. I mean, look at that, the Erethar's doing very little amount to a single Rukai that is not even in a shield wall or defensive stance. I call it defensive stance, but it's called hold ground stance, of course. There's battle stance, aggressive stance, hold ground stance. But most of the time you'll hear me call hold ground stance defensive stance. Just because that's basically what it is. Its icon's a little shield. It's just how it is. We have Aragorn out for Apmn now. So he's got Boromir, he's got Aragorn, he's got Theoden, he's got Éomer. He's got a pretty nice selection of heroes. And he has Blade Master as well. 100% damage, double armor. Aragorn will be taking heads. I love how Aragorn looks in HD edition. That armor is so sick. The Return of the King armor is so good, isn't it? It's one of my favorite outfits he has, to be honest. Ooh, interesting. We have a Shelob out. That's not something you see every day. Well, of course, Shelob is stronger in 1.9 than she probably was in the past. And she also has a level 10 power, of course, if you didn't know. Which is something new to 1.9, of course. Cripples enemy units and spider webs. Heals Shelob based on total damage done. So she does this AoE thing. Cripples the enemy around them, and she heals up for all the damage done to the enemy in that web. Which is pretty cool. That's not something she used to have. And normally I'd be against you adding like a level 10 power to a hero that didn't have one before, but you know. I think in this case, I think Shelob needed it. I think it's a good addition. There are still some other changes I'm not fond of, but I'm sure you can guess what those are. But they're part of the patch now. That sounds like a dragon strike. Ooh. It's a black dragon, no less. It's Calagon the Black. Although not near big enough. Looks cool as fuck, though. Jesus, that dragon strike goes on for days. Cool. There we go. Gloopmaster has sent the dragon strike on Echelion's base, and now he's sending everything he can with his dwarven ally to try and bring it down. Down goes Echelion's fortress. Very nice indeed. A nice quick double action before the Men of the West could arrive to help. Managed to take down the fort. Ooh. Big wizard blast. So there's the poison sting for Shelob, who has fallen into shadow, never to be seen again. But I think this is the last building of Etchelion. It is indeed. Etchelion has been defeated. Now Apmn stands alone. What can men do against such reckless hate? Probably lose the game, but you know, you never know. Maybe he'll pull out a surprise victory. Probably not, but he can dream. Too bad he couldn't get level 10. I would love to see a word of power before this game's over, but that's usually a pipe dream. Everyone's chasing that pipe dream. Unfortunately, you gotta be hitting the pipe pretty hard. Not sure what that means. That's not what the pipe dream is. Alright. Housewife going for the fort here. Slayer Gimli is on the fort. Slayer Gimli doesn't do like an OP amount of damage to fortresses like he used to back in old patches of EA days, which is nice. So they actually scaled it so he doesn't just go Slayer and win you the game basically. So it's nice that balance has been brought to the force. There's a lot of cloud breaks and shit going on right now. But it looks like Apmn's fort is going to go down here. Men of the West do not have a rebuild in 1.09, so once his fort is gone, down to low health, it's not coming back. Should be down any second here. He does have a barracks building there. He tried to do one last boiling oil. Commendable. Let's watch this 1v1. Aragorn versus Gloin. Because he's going to die here shortly, Aragorn is. Regardless. Oh, Gloin has fallen. Boromir's last stand now. He's the last one remaining. Oh, Gandalf's still there. Of course. Oh! Down he goes. Fight on, Rohan! Rohan's dead. Cool. That was a nice match. Very action-packed, I would say. That was pretty good. So yeah, thank you, Casper, for giving me that replay. Casper also might be the top left dwarf player as well. I'm not sure. I didn't say one way or the other because I wasn't sure who Housewife actually is. I'm pretty sure I knew at one point, but I can't remember. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that cast, and I will see you guys in the next cast of the Battle for Middle-earth 2 Patch 1.09. See you all next time.